What's up, YouTube fans? Today we're going to take a look at the Transformers Legacy Armada Starscream. So I got this from the Chosen Prime. I'm kind of being picky and choosy about which Legacy figures I get because not all of them are for me. But this one, I thought I had to take a look at this because it just looks so cool. It's got a lot of paint on it, actually. I was surprised about that too. So you got the yellow and black paint here, yellow and black on the shoulders, some silver paint up here, red paint here, black paint for the hands, blue paint on the cockpit, and we'll see this more in the vehicle mode. Black paint over here on the nose cone, some silver paint here on this red piece, and then up here you got the red on the wings and then the Decepticon logo. Here's the back, you got a little bit of gold paint in there. So that's quite a bit of paint. The other thing I really like about this already is there are no waffles. I mean, there's very little waffles. Like the arms are filled in. They have cover pieces that you'll see during the transformation. There's one little gaps here on the inside of the thighs, but you don't really see them. They're kind of hidden away. Even on the back, I mean, there isn't a lot of gaps. Usually on the back of wings, I do see them, but for the most part, pretty well done. For his articulation, the head is on a ball joint. You get really far up. So you can get all the way up to there. So if you have him in a flying pose, you know, you can just get him looking forward, which is awesome. Very rare that these retail figures can do that. And of course it rotates all the way around. No side to side. You got some nice paint on the face as well. It's that darker gray with the black outlined eyes with the yellow. That looks great. Shoulders rotate all the way around like this and up to there, which is a joint I wasn't even expecting them to have, but they do. So you can get both directions. The wings can be angled back. That's another thing I like about this. You can change the look of him. So if you want the wings kind of angled back, you can, or you can have them straight. I like to have them just a hair back like that. You have rotation at the bicep. You have a double jointed elbow. You can see the full bend. Nothing at the wrist. It is fixed due to the transformation. You have a waist rotation here. It's actually right below the abs there on the crotch piece. So it's a crotch rotation, I guess. Legs go all the way up to there, all the way back to there, out to the side. That's all on friction. Rotation of the thigh. Initially, I had some trouble. These kept popping off the mushroom peg there, but now it seems to be working okay. So maybe it was just the initial fitment wasn't right. But if you pull it, it will come off. So it is on a mushroom peg. I also had a little bit of looseness this way, back and forth, but I put a little bit of kiki in there, and that seems to be fine now. Single jointed knee gets you a little past 90 degrees. You have a ankle tilt and a pivot forward and backward as well. As far as accessories, you do get one that's kind of built in, or I guess it's a gimmick. So this can be transformed like this. If you lift out that, you rotate this down, it'll peg it in the back. I actually prefer it's a little more secure like that. But once you do that, then you have this look here with the yellow on the front. And then if you want, you can fold those cannons forward. And of course, you could put some blast effects in there. But yeah, that's cool. I really like that. Nice option there. You also get some handheld weapons. So you get this sword painted in this light blue. That can fit in his hand like that. Or if you prefer, you can put it on his arm. Kind of like a sidearm sword. Or if you want, you can store it here on the back of the wings. You also get this thing, which is kind of meant to look like a piece of the plane or the jet. And I'll show you in jet mode where you can actually put it. You can actually put it somewhere. So I think that's maybe part of the reason why people even watch my reviews is sometimes I find little things like that. But we'll see that in the jet mode. But you can do that. In the picture on the box, they show it like this. I think that looks the stupidest because, I mean, what's he doing? But I like this the most. But of course, if you don't like that, you can just store it on the back or whatever you want. But And for a quick size comparison, there it is next to the Earthrise Optimus Prime. And it's basically a perfect fit. It's a Voyager scale. This guy is actually a leader class, but he's a Voyager scale and fits in nicely. Now, these aren't obviously not from the same line. This is Armada. This is from G1, but it will fit in nicely with your collection. All right, now let's get Starscream transformed into his jet mode. Relatively fun and simple transformation. Go ahead and make sure these shoulders are straight. You're going to fold these wings up on both sides. Come to the hands here. You're going to open up this panel here. Fold the hands in and close it up. I like that they have a cover panel and it's painted too. Same on this side. Come to the legs here. Fold up the heel spurs. Then fold the toes inwards. Open up this cockpit piece here. That's going to fold all the way up and just sit straight like this, and then straighten up these two wings on the side. Take this backpack piece. That's going to go straight forward like that. And then fold this up, not all the way, up to here. Go ahead and open up these panels here. Rotate the legs so that the fins end up on the inside like this. And then you're going to collapse this down. And it's going to end up inside of here, just like that. Same on this one, and leave a little room for this piece right here. And that's also going to end up in there. Close this down, close this down. They're going to actually meet up in the middle and then tab together like that. Then this is going to come down and tab into here. So there's a tab right here that's going into that piece. And last little bit here, we're going to take the arms. These are going to actually slide outwards on this slider. So slide those out. Then down, they're going to tab into the wing. And then this part's going to come down and just sit over the top like that. All right, same on this side. Slide the arm out on the slider. Fold it down, tab it in to the wing. And then this is going to come down and sit like that. And sometimes this does come out, so just get this back piece tabbed together. And then lastly, you can take the head and that's just going to push down into the chest. And there we have Starscream in his jet mode. Very cool looking jet mode. Really like how this turned out. Got some gold paint here. Black here, nice painted blue cockpit, some black paint up here. Those wings look really good. The intakes here look really nice as well. They're black with the yellow that was on his shoulder before, but you got these intakes now, which look really cool. There's just a ton of paint. It really looks good. The Decepticon logo is up here. Here's the back. It's nice and cohesive. My copy has a little bit of trouble staying together here, but you can see I just pressed it down and it stuck together. But overall, really nice looking jet mode. Very clean overall. Now you can take the weapons, and in the instructions, they recommend you put them here. And they're definitely not my preferred way putting them on, but there you have that. Me personally, I think it definitely looks a little bit better here. But I recommend you take this, and there's a little notch right here and a tab right there, and you can put that right there, and it fits so perfectly. It just looks like part of the jet. It's right down the middle, right? So it's symmetrical. I'm all about symmetry. I guess I have a OCD. But if you take this weapon, this will plug in right here, and the little wing or fin will fit in this little notch. It just fits perfectly. I don't know if it was meant to or not, but it fits perfectly right there. And it all hides away, and it looks really nice. Really like that a lot. So I much prefer the storage like this, but of course you can choose whatever you like. And for a quick size comparison, there it is next to the Earthrise Optimus Prime. And he is about the size of the Seeker jets. A little bit longer, obviously wider, and sleeker than the Optimus, but there you go. So final recommendation on the Transformers Legacy Armada Starscream. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5. I'm going to recommend it. I was tempted to give it a 5, but I just can't do it. There's a couple little things that, it's not a perfect figure. But I really like the robot mode. They nailed the look of this character. I'm not even an Armada fan, and I just love the way this looks. Plenty of weapon options. You get the sword, the little hook piece here, which I don't even think was part of the show. And then the cannons here, which are part of the show. So nice display options there. Got a lot of paint for a Voyager class figure. I was just expecting less, and it's good. The vehicle mode also looks really good. I like the look of it, and the weapons integrate. If you use it the way I showed you, you can really integrate them into the look of the jet. So that's nice. Negatives wise, the only really things that I have are the rotation here at the hip back and forth was kind of loose. I did put some Kiki in there. It is now getting tight, so that definitely fixed it. But that's really it. I mean, a couple loose joints, but other than that, really good figure. Highly recommend it, especially if you're a fan of Armada or Starscream. This is a really good one to pick up. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.